before you just.
Welcome to the TR Table podcast, sponsored by Gerrard Designs. Pardon me for laughing, I'm in a good mood. Sponsored by Gerrard Designs. Please remember to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Subscribe, like, comment, join us. With me to the right, Double O, my main G. To the left is Hack. I think Hack, we have to do giveaways. Yeah. So we're prepared. Thank you for your patience. The way I'm feeling, we might even do cash giveaways. I'm so happy. And you'll know in a second. To Hack's left is Japo, the Raven, or the Vulture, whichever way is. And today we have a special guest, Vanessa. Yes. Quickly, Vanessa, just a bit about yourself.
Okay, I'm Vanessa Ejikemi. I'm a software engineer. I love football. I've been a Manchester United supporter since.
Sorry.
I've been a Manchester United supporter since 2008. Yes, 2008.
Wow.
Yes. On the side, I also love UV. I think that's
Vanessa.
pretty much.
Yes,
I mean, it's really a hard time for me right now. But I mean, God knows best.
This is 6 weeks.
Trials and tribulations, and then we will get to the top very soon. Yeah.
Wait, you say 2008? That means you can't experience 2008 glory days.
Those were the glory days. Yeah.
Prime was rounding up the match.
You won the Champions League.
Yeah.
That's the Chelsea.
2008.
Yes.
You got something. It's a pleasure to have you, Vanessa. It really is. Even though you're a Man U fan, I like the fact that you clapped Hack back. So what we do normally, Vanessa, it's random and chill, but we cover the fixtures of last week.
Okay.
And the predictions that we normally get. Actually, we don't do that badly. I mean, predictions, But I think the last week.
Except for the Arsenal game.
Yeah, we kind of did. So we'll go straight for it. We'll just begin quickly. So let's start with Leicester Chelsea. Japs. Sure, sir. Leicester Chelsea. So scoreline Chelsea 3, Leicester 0. Did you see that one coming? I think we all predicted that.
Yeah, we thought it would be a bit tighter, but I think Chelsea right now.
I didn't think it was going to be tight. So I said,
I think you said it would be flop, but I saw tight too.
Yeah, I thought it would be tight, but obviously.
I think I might have even called for a draw.
You did.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. You said a tight win for Chelsea.
Yeah,
but Double O got this one, right?
Yeah, they were pretty good, man.
Kante got on the score sheet.
Bro, do you know what? They're such a different. They're great without Kante, but with him on the pitch, man, they just have that drive from the midfield that's unreal, man.
Quick one, how good is James, man? How good is that?
Yo, that's like to be honest, everyone is saying Trent, but I'll take.
Yeah, the best players in the league right now are right backs.
Wing back, yeah.
Well, wing backs, because
Who would you have though?
I was saving that question for last minute.
Let's go.
Vanessa, who would you take? And no, you put it out. It's the question of Cancelo, Trent, or Reece James.
I think
Trent or Cancelo.
I think I would actually go for Trent. Trent is actually the most stable amongst the four.
But Vanessa will go far.
No, but stable in what sense? I'm just curious. They're stable in what sense, really? From his record, pretty much, right? For me, he's just the most consistent amongst the three of them.
And I think he's been performing longer than three of them.
For but I feel like
because Trent has had 3 or 4 seasons of performance.
Yeah.
But I feel like with for balance, I feel maybe Cancelo is much more because Cancelo is better at defending, and then it's also very going forward.
I'd actually say Reece James.
No, Trent.
I think Reece James is the best defensive.
Is not just popping this year now. Cancelo did it last season and this season. Trent is very good offensively, everybody knows, but defensively sometimes he struggles. Yeah. So I'm more inclined to go Cancelo.
The stats actually show. The whole subject came when we were covering Euros 2. Yeah. When Gareth Southgate had to pick one, and he went for James, Kyle Walker, and Trippier.
But Trent was injured.
Yeah, no, but even before then, he had dropped Trent. Of course, Liverpool was on a downward spiral then. But then the stats came out that Trent actually tackled more than the rest. But defensively, even a Liverpool fan, man, he's always out of position. No successful. But I think it's what stats can do. Yeah, they disappoint. Well, let's move to the next game so we can brush Champions League. Aston Villa, Brighton. Steven Gerrard.
Yeah, you just take this. You're so excited.
Sorry. I can't embarrass myself. I'm just happy for Steven G. But I think again, Double called this. I don't remember. You did too. Yeah, for me, I everybody knows how I feel about Brighton. They kind of know what they're doing this year. So I was a bit worried for Gerrard. And the game went to the last minute, by the way. Then Ole Watkins steps up. Now, I'll throw this to... Let me throw it to Japo. Japs, if you're Gerrard now, everybody knows Villa, Grealish has left the squad. Would you do 4-4-2? Like put Ings... I know we're talking about formation now.
Ings wasn't injured.
Ings... No, he's back. I think But even before they sacked... What's his name? Dean Smith.
Yeah.
You know, he never really played Ings and Watkins, you know, because it's rare you find 4-4-2 now, unless it's bad. Would you do that, you?
I think I would play both of them, but it doesn't necessarily have to be like 4-4-2. Because like Watkins
can play behind.
Yeah, he can play behind, he can play off the left because of his pace. Okay. But I definitely want to have both of them on the pitch. Just find a way to play them. But I because what I feel with 4-4-2, he kind of... The way I saw him play at Rangers, he likes to control the game a bit. So I don't think with 4-4-2 he'll be able to do that. So I feel like he would try and play both of them, or maybe in like a 4-3-3.
Great start though, Hack. Either way you look at it, Gerrard, great start. You know, I'm serious. Brighton is a good team, so I was really worried about this game. So the fact that he picked 3 points, kept a clean sheet.
Not being there affected him.
You called that again. Yeah. What do you think? I think it did.
It was not typical Brighton. Like what happened with Brentford. A goalkeeper is very, very, very key. So and then a good keeper helps the defense because he's telling you where to stay, who to, like controlling. In addition the backline and stuff.
Whoever, if you've not read Javi Hernandez's interview before he got confirmed in Barcelona, you should. It's very, very insightful. I think it was done with a Spanish paper, but it's been translated. And he said something along the terms you said that his first attacker is his goalkeeper. Something like that. Yeah, because Sanchez is key to their play.
Yeah, so that's person seeing who's coming, who's out of position. And so I felt like the reason why I probably called it on the day was because I felt them not having Sanchez
would do that. Yeah, you even mentioned that. You did.
But as well, like they could have even won the game in the first half. Like they had most of like the better openings in the first half. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like and that has always been their problem. Like not
conversion.
Creating chances has never been a problem.
It's a conversion.
But like I love this guy. What's the name of the Belgian? Trossard. He's such an amazing.
How long do you think they'll hold on to him?
Those kind of players, like sometimes, like if they don't make the move now,
they might be there for a while.
He gives me that kind of Traore vibes. That make that move.
His quality.
Yeah, his quality. But then when you don't make that move on time, but then another thing you think about, like, is he one of those players that's just good for a mid-table team?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think that's the pressure.
Anyways, arguably the game of the week, Burnley Crystal Palace. Who would have thought 3-3? Yeah. I'll start by putting Double O on the record. Then Vanessa, Double O gets a lot of shit right here. Hack is not him, but he doesn't want me to say this. But I'm Mr. Facts. Okay, let me start with you before bantering Double. No, I'm starting with you. Benteke scored 2 goals. Double O has something against Benteke.
No, but we all know.
Do you think Vanessa? Do you think if you're gonna rate Benteke as a Premier League striker out of 10?
Out of 10,
what grade would you?
And also as a Liverpool legend.
Yes.
You brought it.
Okay, I'm going to pass this one. No comments.
Double, would you sign Benteke?
No, not yet.
So out of 10.
Benteke is 4.5.
Wow, Double O is like that.
You call wait. You call like 5 strikers in the Premier League before you call Benteke.
More than 5.
And he has been there longer than most.
Do you know currently? I don't think you can name 5 before Benteke. Currently,
you can now.
Well, Benteke has 4 goals this season.
Yeah, you
after
can.
Ronaldo,
Ronaldo, Cavani.
No, like I mean form. Like Cavani is not playing.
Oh,
not,
based on
not
form.
scoring,
Even
yeah.
you, I would take my Saint Maximin before.
Kai.
Yes, I would take
As
Saint
a
Maximin.
striker,
Yes,
as a
a striker.
striker. No.
He's playing strike.
He's not a
Saint Maximin is
striker.
playing strike for them.
Jamal, you played his James
No,
as a
they've
striker.
been playing like 3 wingers. It's like Liverpool, Salah. That's what he's playing. Yeah, he's playing for them as their.
No, but like
main
what we're
attacking
asking
person.
is like an out and out.
Yeah, but when Wilson injured, the person that was playing 9 was Saint Maximin. I had him for a while and he was scoring. He was supposed to play 9.
No, Joeliton moved.
He was scoring and then he died for a while. Yeah, that's why the sad bruise. No, he gave some good points.
Yeah, but I thought the game was nice. You know, any game that has Burnley scoring 3, but as the irony, guess who scored out of the 3 that Burnley scored? Ben Mee scored, my boy, Cornet.
Yeah.
Now that's a player.
That's a good player.
That's a player.
That's a really good player.
Yeah. Yeah, but again, I'm happy for Vieira. Even though Burnley say 3 points, but it was a very interesting game they played. Zaha broke my heart. I had to get personal. Yes, he did not. And then Gallagher gave my enemies. So that's it. We move to the next game, Newcastle Brentford, another 3-3.
Yeah.
So Eddie Howe caught COVID.
Yeah,
before
so
the
he
game,
couldn't.
So he didn't show up. His number 2 in Bournemouth, the guy that replaced him, is the guy that was under the dog for the first game for Newcastle. And your boy St. Maxim scored.
It's a good game. It was a really good game.
Yeah, that
End-to-end
was the
stuff,
stadium.
man.
Yeah, back
Really
to
good
back.
game.
Yeah.
Brentford tried though, because playing against Newcastle at home
With a manager bounce.
you get they
Full
tried,
capacity,
and
by the way.
they could have won that game.
Oh really? I missed it. I
They could
missed
have won that
it.
game, and because even St. Maximin got the 3rd goal now at the end.
Yeah.
They could have won that game because they really played well. It's just we are playing against a club that wants to go out of relegation and they are.
And
So
and
he has a new
money is
manager.
motivation now.
So
and
let
like
me ask you guys this something. I've always rated Eddie Howe, forget the relegation. Everybody on this table, do you think Newcastle will survive this? Or is Eddie Howe that solution that look, we're going down, we'll just rebuild and come back up? Which they can.
It's tricky. I need to see. I need to see a couple more games. I need to see this type of performance
To be
right?
sure.
Yeah, maybe a couple more games, maybe 2 more games.
What about you?
Then I can make a decision.
What about you, Jabs?
I just feel like
They're the only team that's winless. this
Yeah.
season still. The richest club in the world.
They're
It's the
winless.
only team. Yeah.
They've not won any game.
Nope.
I thought they grabbed the win.
Because someone
Wait,
said,
wait,
when you
wait,
say
wait.
I thought.
Wait.
thought
Are they,
now.
is
They
Norwich
didn't
ahead
know.
of them?
Norwich is ahead of them. Norwich has picked 2 wins now. Norwich picked a win, then sacked Daniel Falca.
Yeah, picked
and then
another
Dean
one.
Smith picked 1 against Southampton. Let me confirm. But yes, Newcastle 0 wins.
but I feel like
0.
I feel just because of like the amount of investment, man, those players will rally themselves, man, with or without the manager. man.
I feel like they will
It's that kind of
reinforce.
it's that kind of it's that kind of thing. Like they're too big.
To go down.
Yeah.
They've gone down before.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like with what is
money
happening
that
now,
they
bruh.
Alright,
They're gonna do whatever
it'll be
it takes, man.
difficult if they
Hello, Vanessa. I hope we won't be seeing you in a Newcastle jersey. Okay, the next game was Norwich winning. So Dean Smith, like 00 said, manager bounce, all the managers. Dean Smith finally won. And actually, it was interesting. It's the first time apparently that a manager was sacked by a team beats him, they sack him, and then he gets a job and then plays the team that beat him.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
That whole thing confused me.
Yeah.
It was on the group.
Yeah, so I guess in his case it was a case of redemption. But can you imagine if they beat you twice? That then Hassan Hotel can say, look, I
on,
Sabi
sorry.
managing and pass you.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's last Premier League win was a win as my manager was against Nuno Santo, whose last Premier League game as Tottenham manager was against Dean Smith, whose last Premier League win as Aston Villa manager was against Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Yeah. So they sacked and said
So Pukki scored.
Pukki, that guy. Don't
Limited
understand that
striker,
guy
but
now.
he scored.
Pukki is like
I'm not sure.
Pukki is like a B-rated Jamie Vardy. It's like a Vardy wannabe, but
But he doesn't have the
you know,
Playing by the
diluted.
shoulder.
Just as like when you put Ribena, you can't put water.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
That's all Pukki is.
Pukki can't fly. Wolves West Ham. Sorry. This was a game of 2 teams in top forms. This I got right.
Yeah.
Because I remember saying You guys are sleeping on Wolves.
I said West Ham.
Nah, man, Wolves. And you see, sometimes you have to a board. This is where Japo had a point about the importance of your board hack, because Nuno had a not so good season last year with Wolves, but before then he had taken them to Europa. But they were not in an emergency. But they saw that things are getting stale. His 3-5-2. They find a coach from Portugal. That's their way.
Yeah.
I can't believe who Bruno Lage coach is. I think it's Benfica. But he has a reputation there. They get him, and I've been telling you, they are playing ball this year with Jimenez coming back, and it's not easy to be West Ham. I know.
Yeah,
they're actually playing better. Like, I think in terms of general play.
Yeah. Very attractive.
But what's the name of this guy? Jimenez, man.
Back.
That boy is
back. They also have Trincao.
Boy,
very slippery guy. Very
that guy
slippery.
is playing good football.
Yeah.
And what the game like what?
Yeah.
Podence back, but
But he can't even.
Podence started this game.
Yeah, Podence started. Yeah, if you watch previous games,
it's Trincao. Bear in mind, they still have Neto coming back.
Yeah,
that guy was
Neto was a player of the
side.
He was a player of the season.
Decent squad though.
Yeah, man.
Are they in Europe for anything?
No, nothing. No. So clear schedule.
That's always a good thing though. Sometimes,
Yeah, in fact, it is. And look, Wolves is 6th on 19 points, a point behind Arsenal. Wolves is 6th this year. That's why the other day I was so sure when I told you, West Ham will almost just wait for
I thought West Ham, because of the form that West Ham has been on, I thought West Ham would run them, because when Wolves played Everton, the first half they played very well, then the second half Everton came out and then they couldn't handle it for a bit. So I thought West Ham would do a lot more damage.
You have to be happy for him and us to get to know. Even though this the Wan Lee, the guy from people have had him in their fantasy and I've been enjoying them.
No, Hag has been enjoying Jimenez. I'm buying Jimenez. I'm switching.
I have Jimenez. And you have one. I've been enjoying Jimenez. Don't mind Hag, sick operator. Come on, we're doing well with time. Let's go. Man City, Everton. Man City 3-0. Hag, what's going on with Benitez?
Benitez, man.
Trouble?
The fact that they don't like him at Everton, it could probably be a factor too for how he is performing, because he started well, and then now it's like let's say at Man United, yeah.
Why? Say at Arsenal.
No, nothing is happening.
Say at Arsenal.
It's like at Man United, for instance. So when they gave Ole that 3 games ultimatum, and then you are here and you're like, if he wins one and then he doesn't win the next one and then he does the other one, and then now you cannot sack him because he got 4 points and all of that. But you want your team to do well, but you are somehow hoping that they don't do well so that you can bounce the manager. So I think that is a factor for Everton, that they are not fully behind him, and
they will never be though, because he's a red.
They are not fully behind him, and injuries too.
Especially the core.
It felt like at the beginning, it felt like the team was functioning around him. Mm-hmm. He was breaking the plays, and then he was moving the.
How long is he out for though?
The core, he'll be back in 2 weeks. I think they thought it would be worse than it was.
He was moving the ball from the back to the forwards, and now I think since he got injured, I don't think they've won.
And I think no, they haven't. And I think Calvin Lewin is a huge miss.
United played against City, so.
Wow.
No, they like the scoreline. No, the scoreline they concede more, but then in terms of
Jabs, I appreciate that honesty, because sometimes you can just choose to lie like James Bond.
No, I
keep a straight face.
I like how Man U fans are very, very honest now. They've been humble.
Why do I have feelings, Vanessa? You're tired. That was not for double O. It was for Vanessa.
Vanessa, are you honest?
Don't worry.
We'll be back.
I'm coming. Double
O. This guy gave this Palmer a start. I thought that was an important point. We already touched on Cancelo and how good he is, but I had to mention this. As soon as that pass happened, I wrote it on the iPad.
But you know what? The pass was great, but
the finish.
The finish was good too. It was good too.
Apart from it,
that was not an easy. Even the run, everything.
No. So again, I feel like because everybody, it's like if you're playing for Liverpool, right? You'll get in the box because you know that Trent, that ball will reach you.
Yeah.
So this guy, Sterling, can only do that because he believes that Cancelo will drop that ball.
What a pass!
So it's sometimes the function of the person giving the pass.
I get that, but I'm saying if you watch him, he moved front, came back, and then went like he
the
toyed with that defender.
Yeah. The moment he
What
saw
a pass.
Cancelo,
Even the run was perfect. I'm glad you mentioned that run was
very
perfect.
clever.
Yeah, and which is not like Sterling, because I'm
Because
sorry,
he's
Sterling
always-
is not.
he gets into
he's
offside
trying to
so
get back
many
into the
times.
team.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you could tell like it was something that
Excellent
worked on.
observation.
No, Cancelo is
Now, finally, without Mo Salah, and I don't care what you say, I'm not even being biased. It's a fact. Bernardo Silva. Talk about player of the season. Vanessa earlier mentioned that Pep doesn't keep players for long, and Bernardo is that example. They really wanted to sell him in the summer. Look how he's balling now.
playing quality.
He should have left, Joe.
Quality football.
You know, he's such a player. Bernardo,
But
such
they were
a
not going
player.
to sell him to
Arsenal.
to
Arsenal
Premier
was
League.
interested.
The problem was he wasn't going to sell him to a Premier League team.
Let it go. Let it go. You'll get your chance. You'll get your chance. Tottenham leads. Conte picks up a first win.
Yeah,
But look, man, I didn't celebrate the win that much. I saw the game. Leeds deserved something from this game.
And they played without Rafinha.
And Rodrigo. Because Rodrigo has become important because Bamford is missing.
So imagine if Rafinha wasn't. So I thought Kane was.
And
I mean, we said it the other day.
to you.
Yeah, I said Kane. Yeah, Kane
Tottenham
was
is still a work
only doing well against San Marino and
Because
those guys.
guys
But
are
you're
weak.
playing against like Kane is. I don't know if he's ever going to come back because it's like I watched that game.
Wow, that's a huge
No,
take.
I don't
maybe
know.
not
That's
come
what
back
I'm saying.
in a
the
sports
sense,
shirt.
But by now, Kane, you should be nearing 10 goals.
Yeah.
Because it's like he's
Yeah.
just there. It's like it almost feels like.
And even
he's-
at the game, I don't know if you remember, Son did an excellent play, laid the ball to him, and he missed the chance.
missed the chance.
I get what you mean.
I think
Like-
it's still in his head a lot. You can tell.
But,
that,
but come on, as
Well,
a
you should have told me that,
professional-
Japo. I know we're not about him in
wait.
fantasy.
So
what do I have to do with your fantasy?
We were friends. You should advise
Japo,
me.
as a professional,
I think I advise myself first.
when the guy wanted to move that year and then that paperwork thing happened,
He flopped.
he still played well. No, he still
I
played
was
well.
joking, I was
He still played like get it over your head. Like
I hate
you
the
can't
AI
tell me
because he's still so
you
good.
can't tell me that because what you couldn't make a transfer.
The AI is such a
you couldn't make a transfer to another club. Okay, fine, deal with it. It's been
Move
months
on,
though.
move on.
It's been months. And then even if you wanted to get to another club, you should be playing well.
Liverpool. No. Watford, man.
Yeah. So it was a
obvious you lose.
it was a victory in defeat. It was a victory in defeat. In as much as
that to me.
yeah, because losing in that manner would mean that Ole goes, and that's victory.
Oh, let me get back to you and all the Man U fans on the table. Anyone can jump in. We are talking about this behind the scene, right? I feel that if Ole had won, if you had won, your owners won't sack him. Then you said, even if you had lost
By
1-0,
1-0,
you would have. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah,
Because
that-
I didn't.
So because if they had a plan, like they had not been searching, like if they had fired him, if they really fired him yesterday, if he had lost at 1-0, they could have done that 4 weeks ago. However, the only reason why they fired him was because it's and it was Watford. Watford has been struggling to find their feet, right? So if United had lost 1-0 to them, it would have been we're trying to
What
we're
if
trying
you
to
lost to Wolves?
the same thing. I don't think they would have still fired him anyways.
Do you agree with that?
1-0. It's just we just need one more embarrassing win.
Do you agree that if Watford has still beaten you 1-0, that your incompetent board, because they are, it's not even bad.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Do you, because I think W made an excellent point. Do you think if Watford had beaten you guys but 1-0, do you think they would have sacked Solskjaer, or would they have?
I agree that they
They
wouldn't
wouldn't.
have.
Fuck
fired
me.
him.
They will have kept him
Yeah.
because the board
I
that
think
day.
they would have actually kept him.
Yeah, because that day Joe, like we rightly said, had to wait. The guys had to wait for Joe to wake up.
You guys have
So
bad
to
boards,
know,
man.
should we or should we not? Like the results that United have gotten in the last, like I think we've gotten like 4 points in 24 games, right?
Yeah.
Like 24 out of 24 points.
Yeah.
Like that result,
Yeah.
Norwich.
No, Mohammed, it's relegation
Yeah,
reading.
that result, Norwich fired their coach. Do you get? Was not even good enough for Norwich. Do you get? It's not good enough for Tottenham. It's not good enough but then United. Do you get? But United was okay with it because he's a legend, and I think United need to stop this whole putting in the play. Like the players need to leave the club completely because Chelsea. Yeah, they are Chelsea legends, but you don't see them hanging around the club. So when Aston Villa fired, they brought in. When Norwich fired this guy, they already itemized a replacement. United fired Ole, right, because he was not part of their plan. That's why there's talk of Carrick should take over until they find an interim. Then the interim would wait until we find a proper so it's like it's all
it's truly amateur hour.
Yeah.
It's truly amateur
because if you
hour.
really did have a plan, you would have spoken to someone and said, okay, see, dude, when this happens, you take.
Bro, I agree with you. You wouldn't even get Zidane saying
no.
Come.
Tottenham fired Conte fired this guy Nuno now. Then they got it's like that's how you do. Norwich did the same thing. Like immediately they fired this guy. They brought in a replacement within, for the 8 hours. Do you get
Japo, what about? Do you agree with O's rant? And at the same time, as Vanessa, that if you had same question, if Watford are beating you 1-0, could Ole still be on this at this job?
I don't think they plan to sack him, to be honest. Because if you see, like he talked about, no, because there are a couple of things I feel play. Apart from the fact that they're incompetent as well, is they didn't. I feel like they were trying to avoid the same mistake they did with Jose because it was similar. They didn't think about replacements, and then just Ole is doing good at Molde. Let's just bring him to steady in the ship, and so I think they were trying to avoid that to see how long they could push Ole, maybe to the end of the season. I think that's what. I think they already knew Ole wasn't the man to take them, but I feel like at the back of their mind, it's let's just manage this guy to the end of the season at least top 4.
And then I get. Fernandes has been so good for a while, right? Yeah. As a good manager, right? Fergie was not the best with tactics to training, right? But with tactics and how to motivate players, right? He was very good at that. So if your best player has been playing well for this while, you need to do something else to motivate them to change maybe formation. But money. Right now it's no. I mean, he's giving him all the contract, but right now it's okay, you've given him everything. What players are you putting around? What tactics are you using? What instructions are you giving that player? Because let's remember that when Fernandes came in, we were playing just based off of the Premier League has not seen Fernandes play, so people did not know how to mark him. Do you get? Now they know. No, it's the truth. That's the thing. That's what happens in the Premier League. So when he came in at the time, he was rescuing Ole a lot out of his own sheer brilliance, not because of he entered the team or there was tactics. Because if you go to Man City, for example, if you maybe start for a while and then you're not right now, Grealish would chop bench for a bit, then you see that's what happens. Yeah, that's what happens. Then you will see they're doing work behind the scenes, doing training, showing them how they want him to play and all that stuff. And then you see that when he eventually comes back, he fits. Do you get? So when Bruno came in, we just needed someone to rescue us. He was just rescuing us points and rescuing us. So it's not like he was fitting into any particular tactics. He was just very good at the time.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That whole clapping thing.
Anyways,
and then you should feel grateful to Ole because I think he came in under Ole, right? Yeah. Yeah. So I guess that's why you.
Hag, what about our boy Dennis? I don't want to speak about the game so much because Manu was just awful. There was.
It's okay.
There's
nothing to be sorry about.
But I think Dennis had a good game.
Yeah.
I mentioned him now because I don't know if you saw today in the news. Victor Osimhen is out of Nations Cup. So tragic.
Yeah,
he's out for 3-4 months.
Yeah.
Someone said.
Eye socket.
Official injury.
Eye socket. Yeah.
Now a friend of mine in Lagos once introduced me to Jude Igalo, such a gentleman. But I have to reveal this tweet. But someone said Igalo's juju is very strong. So we're lining up with Igalo again. But because I really wanted Osimhen to shine. I think he's been one of the best players this year.
Yeah, I've been watching him a lot.
But I'm asking you this because we rarely touch on Nigeria. But what about this Dennis kid? He seems to. Is he a striker? What is he, man? But I see the boy can play.
Other than discipline,
yeah,
he gets yellow card. Other than his discipline,
where did he come from? Does anyone know?
I don't. I think me and Eze were having a discussion. I think Eze knows more about it. But then every time I've watched him,
he missed the last game before this one.
I think he has already picked up.
Is that on the field or is he a bad boy
on the
street like Balotelli?
On the field, like this season alone, I think he has picked up.
Yeah, he has missed the first game.
You get
he also picked a yellow card in this.
Yeah, I was going to say
he always does. No matter what, he must. Like I feel like he needs to. They need to.
How
he needs a proper coach that needs to calm him down. But he's a very good player.
Well, I hope Nigeria calls him either way. Now, final game. This is where things get very dark. But I assure you, we have very nice Lebanese food to cheer you up after. Sorry, bro.
Yeah.
So you came to Anfield with some optimism because Arsenal was unbeaten in 9 games.
Oh yeah, hold up. Please, can you zoom in on her?
Look at his
said,
no.
Yeah,
Look at W.
Yeah.
How evil is
Remember, he said that
Just little.
he said Arsenal will go unbeaten for the rest of the season. Please zoom in. Like I need to zoom in. Yeah, right into his Apollo eye. Right there. Just zoom in straight because he said it, and their unbeaten run ended. Please,
you actually did say that.
You know, if anybody was going to end our unbeaten run, it should be Liverpool because you know they are good. They play yeah. My own problem, the only problem I have from the game is if we're going to lose to Liverpool and you want me to believe that you know there's progress somewhere, you shouldn't be losing in the manner we've been losing.
So there's no progress all of a sudden.
Hold on. No. I did not say that too. I'm just saying. Yeah, we shouldn't be losing in the manner we've always lost to Liverpool. It's 5-0, 6-0.
Are you saying there's progress or there's no progress?
I am saying that we're still far away from where we want to be.
No, answer me yes or no. Are you saying is there progress or is there no progress?
Why do you want me to answer yes? I don't understand.
Because he started by saying if you want me to believe. So you don't believe that there is progress.
Oh, hold on. What is my cutoff? What is my cutoff after this exam?
1-0.
What is my cutoff point after this
So
jam?
you don't believe that there's progress?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, you know, for what we are trying to do, yeah, you can't keep losing to Liverpool. So would
you rather lose to those other small teams than win?
No. I'm saying we can lose to Liverpool, but you cannot keep losing to Liverpool.
You wanted a 2-1.
Fergie lost to Man City 5-1. What are we saying here?
No. You are saying Fergie lost to Man City 5-1. So how many times? So they hold on. So you lose 6-1 this year, and then you make people believe that
So are you saying at the time when Fergie lost 6-1, Fergie was not a good coach, or that the process was not working?
So at the time Fergie lost 6-1 to Man City, I want you to take me through 4 games in that period. Even maybe 4 games, including the 6-1. What were the scoreline?
Yeah, but your games have been. You sat down here.
I'm talking about playing Man City. When you were playing Man City, what was the scoreline between Man U, Man City, Man U, Man City, Man U, Man City? 4 games.
Yeah, that was a one-off. But
it was a one-off. So I'm telling you that at Arsenal,
when last did you guys win?
At Arsenal, we've been losing to Liverpool 4-0, 5-1, 6-0. Like you can't.
Wait. So you're getting bare. You getting bare.
So you are not like the progress should be that we play Liverpool today and then we manage to lose 2-1 or 2-0 and I'll see like there's progress here.
Okay,
but you can't be losing 4-0. And when you want me, when you are even, so now
even 2-1,
when you are making progress, you are still losing 4-0. Happen now.
Wait, hold up now. Some of Liverpool is one of the best teams in the league right now, and everybody knows that they're firing on all cylinders, right?
Yes.
And then you guys are walking through a process, right? It's not like you've gotten to that point. You're still walking through your process, right? The only way to know if while you're doing something right, the only way to know if it's working properly is to face things like this.
And play well against them.
Wait, hold up now.
You did play well.
You did play well for 45 minutes, right?
40.
And then obviously, so now in going by what you've been saying, like the only way you can tell if the process is working is if there are mistakes and if there are lapses. Because if you guys went to Liverpool and you won 1-0, right? Would you have said everything is all right?
Yeah, that I would have seen progress there.
So that would have been progress to you. If you had won 1-0, then maybe go the next day and lose 1-0 to Chelsea.
Yeah, that's progress.
That's progress to you.
Yeah, that's progress.
Not that you should win or get a draw.
No, win or get a draw means you have arrived. Like if we win Liverpool, coming to this place, I'll record from that door. I'll sit down and like, see, so we're not on the same level.
So what are you?
I'll sit down there. So Jamal, just give me one camera. Let me just sit down here. If they say anything, if they say something, maybe Mohammed will come and tell me that they said. Then I'll answer.
So what are you saying about the process right now?
What I'm saying is that I want to trust the process, and I was not really in this process.
Yeah,
and
I trusted the process.
You
before
trusted it. You trusted it, and I joined midway. I am saying games like this, we need to do better. We cannot.
So what was the problem in the game?
We
Did
can't
you catch the highlight? Because I didn't watch.
Yeah,
I caught with the exception of Tottenham, Arsenal has now lost woefully to Chelsea, to City, to Liverpool. In Liverpool's case, even during the twilight of Rodgers' years, we would beat them 6-1, 5-1. I mean, by the way, sorry, let's talk about Jota's goal. Composure.
Yeah, I was.
But then there were similar stories. That's how fair. There's a picture of Arsenal defenders on the floor. It's the same with Jota.
So what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say is that if they take out the year and then maybe they just color the player's face and then like everybody's just maybe black or everybody's just white, and then you watch last season's game and you watch this season's game, you just be like, maybe it's just they just continue the game. They played it for 3 hours.
This should have been a meme and a banter on TLT. You would think about, but you didn't put it. But I think it's always difficult when a team is trying, because I think they have a very young squad, right? Then in order for it to like properly gel, because again, like I was saying the other day, with players like Aubameyang, I feel like if Arteta had his way, he probably phased those guys out immediately. But you can't do that mid-season because Aubameyang is loved by the fans. I feel like personally he would love a young striker.
Yeah, Arsenal is seriously looking at.
He would love to work with, because if he does, I don't think Aubameyang will play. I don't think Lacazette will play. There are some players that you can tell that he's only playing them because he has no choice. No option. So can't play again at the beginning of the season, why I was saying that I thought he had like a plan is because the players that he has brought in, and put in those positions, they've been very, very effective at this position. The keeper,
even though Lokonga, I knew Lokonga will struggle against us because Lokonga plays like Pogba, but with less experience. Yeah. So that Liverpool press.
So it will be because that's his first season. It'll be difficult. Like if you analyze it properly, right? It'll be very, very difficult in the first season when this crop of young players are just trying to gel together. Precisely. You play against even a Liverpool side. You play against a Liverpool side that has been playing together for how many years and been winning the big
games. Liverpool, Chelsea, and Man City. You're looking at one of those teams are the best in the world.
So that's what I'm saying. So even against these teams, when you put up a performance, you don't have to win. When the performance is good, like you're going to go back like, you lost to the best team, and then 1-0, 2-1.
I think you're looking at the scoreline, and I'm not looking towards W because apparently for the first time, Arsenal fans applauded.
I feel like you know when we were watching the first half, you and I, right? When we were watching the first half, we did not see that they were out. We just saw that they were defending as a unit.
What I will say is, as a Liverpool fan, it's the first time in a while, except for last season where we had the injury crisis. It's the first time in a while that an Arsenal team came, and it wasn't the typical blow you away. So I saw improvements there, to be honest. Tavares gave after giving solid performances, by the way. Tavares, someone was arguing that Tierney should have started that game, not Tavares, but then Tavares has had solid games back to back. Anyways, for a Liverpool fan, not much to say. 3 points. I thought Ramsdale was amazing. I was glad Minamino scored you guys.
You will still get there. Minamino.
Get there.
Minamino, like the goals I see, I can assure you that the goals were not goals that you would watch Arsenal and Liverpool and you see them score and you're like, no.
I like Jota's goal.
They are the same goals that they've scored us over time. Like the same team, square play, dribble and goalkeeper,
anyways,
one-on-one, like
let's cover next week's
fixtures. Our best defense,
so we can wrap up. Your defense has been good, double highlight. So we have a EPL show, but we're gonna run next week fixtures quickly with random predictions.
We have recorded 3 hours again, Chevy.
With random predictions. Arsenal, Newcastle, Japo.
See, we're going to be angry.
Arsenal. The first team I mentioned is Newcastle.
Yeah. So Arsenal is at home, right?
Yeah, Arsenal, Newcastle.
I think 2-2. This guy's gonna be. That spirit from Liverpool still there now.
He meant it to.
So I think we win maybe 4-0, 5-0.
I'm going for an Arsenal win.
No, I don't think it'll be up to 5.
I'm going for a 2-0 Arsenal. What about you, Vanessa?
2-0.
Arsenal at home.
Smith Rowe 2 goals.
3 goals.
Just because it's Newcastle, I'll just give them 2-0 as well.
2-0 as well. All right.
Well.
Crystal Palace, Aston Villa. Let's go with Vanessa first. Crystal Palace at home. That's a good game. Patrick Vieira, Gerrard.
That's Liverpool Arsenal, though.
I think it will be
Vieira.
a goalless draw.
Sorry, Vanessa, what?
I think a goalless draw.
No,
I like that call.
there will be goals in that game.
But I like that goalless draw call.
I think 2-2, man. 2-2.
Yeah, I'll go for 1-1.
2-2.
But Kai is my boy.
Gerrard and Vieira.
Proper, give me that camera. Let me make an emotional choice. Gerrard win.
Is it Gerrard that is winning? Or
That's how you know. That's how you know this is based on emotions and not logic. But I stand by it. We'll come back on this table and I'll be proven right. Stephen G, baby. It's going 5 unbeaten. 2-1. You sneak something.
For Brentford.
Yeah, don't go and make your
Crystal Palace.
Villa. Don't go and make your speech because I said about Vieira.
I think maybe a draw 2-2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Double O. Sorry, Japo.
I think 2-1 Crystal Palace.
So you're going against Gerrard?
I don't really care about Gerrard. I'm just going for Vieira.
Liverpool, Southampton. Liverpool. I'm calling for Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Norwich, Wolves.
Norwich Wolves.
Did you say Liverpool, Southampton 2-2?
2-1.
Wolves will win this.
Yeah, I think it will be like 1-3.
Really?
Norwich 1, Wolves 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good call.
But
I'm going for Norwich. No, I just hate Wolves. What's wrong with me? Chicken.
How do you go for Norwich?
I'm going for a draw. I still think they are on the manager bounce. I'm serious. I
think they'll be stopped.
No, I think people are forgetting Dean Smith is a
you
good
guys are
coach.
also forgetting that Wolves have not been scoring a lot of goals. So
Yeah,
3-1
precisely.
might
It's
not-
Jimenez 1.
2-1.
And then if they are not scoring plenty goals, then if Norwich decides to pop,
Brighton Leeds. That's a good.
Brighton Leeds, man.
Brighton at
If
home.
Rafinha plays Leeds,
I think that's a draw, man.
I
2-2.
hope he ends 3-3.
if Rafinha plays
You want
Leeds,
entertainment? I'm going for a Brighton win. Clear.
If they can take their chances.
Vanessa, Brighton Leeds.
Brighton win.
Yeah, me too.
Say like 2-1.
Nice call. I can settle for 2-1, but Brighton will take this, man. Burnley, Tottenham. Burnley at
that's
home.
a tough.
I think a draw 2-2,
I
man.
don't think this game will be
No,
interesting.
1-0 Tottenham.
I think 1-1.
I'll say 1-0 Tottenham.
I think Conley will score.
That's whose game? Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
1-0.
lock that game, and Burnley don't really attack too. So
Yeah. Kai, but I'm not watching. this game.
Boring.
Leicester at home to Watford. Your favorite Watford. Vanessa, let's start with you.
Watford will win.
2 Nigerians
Watford.
playing.
Yeah, Nacho
We're
and
not
then
headed boys.
Leicester, Watford. Leicester at home.
For Leicester at home. 1-5.
To Watford?
To Watford.
Yes.
You are very generous.
Wait, 5-1. Why? Because they beat us 4-1.
Progress.
Because I don't understand.
Progress.
The game bear and bear.
No, you said that yourself.
Yeah, man. Because I'm wondering, that's a very bold.
When you see it happen,
Okay.
you see I
That's
said
on
On
it.
the record, Vanessa just
1-5.
Baba, if this thing happens, I will tell you where you start helping me make investments. 1-5. Confirm.
Let me see.
Leicester,
I would
Watford.
I don't like Leicester. But I
You
think
like Watford
Leicester
after I
will
did
win
it to
too.
you last week?
I did. Did me a favor. I'm not even bad. I don't mind. But I think 2-1 to Leicester.
Okay.
I think United were just really, really poor. So I
Yeah,
don't think
you
Leicester
were.
did so.
I'm going with the same scoreline. I see a
I'm
Leicester win.
going for Watford win.
I think Leicester.
Okay,
has
Leicester
it.
is in the
2-1.
doldrums, but I think Brendan Rodgers will. Now here's the game that I think you need to think to decide. It's not Chelsea, Man City, West Ham. Man City at home
No,
to West
Man
Ham.
City to
Guys,
win.
City.
City to win.
I
West
overhyped
Ham
that.
If it was,
play well.
I overhyped
Yeah.
that. Like
If it was,
like
if
that.
it was at Upton Park, right?
No,
they're now
London
at,
Stadium.
No, I overhyped that. I didn't kill that passage, man. I overhyped that like the yellow Indomie. I didn't kill it.
City
Yeah,
is winning.
City.
City is winning. City is winning.
Vanessa, what about you? Man City, West Ham. City. Yeah.
City clear.
I overhyped
Maybe you win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
I know.
Draw. I see
I
a
can't
draw.
believe I went there.
Draw.
A draw. Chelsea, Man U.
Come off it.
Japo.
Chelsea win.
No, Man U wins 2-1.
Why do you frown when you say? I tell you, I'm not.
Do you know that?
Because you're like,
You know that he has done this for the last 3 games, and every time we lose.
Disappointed. But I see what how can analyze it carefully that as a fan you have to be optimistic.
no, me, man.
Hold that thought.
The law of attraction, man.
Vanessa, what about you? You've been gangster with your.
Use your words wisely, Vanessa. Do not jinx
I'll
us.
give 2 answers because I think on one hand,
Which is reality.
Which
Man U
hand?
will have to
This hand?
lose so that fans will be riled up further, right?
Oh,
that
okay.
We have like an interim coach. So if we lose, it's going to be like say 2-1. That's 2 to Chelsea. If we win, it's going to be 3-2. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Captain Hack.
At Old Trafford.
Your last. You have yours.
No, it's
Is
at,
it Old Trafford?
Stamford.
You wish.
Stamford.
I said that.
I think 2-0.
Captain Hack.
I think 2-0 Chelsea.
Japan, look, Hack just said something kind.
2-0
I think the
Chelsea.
loss will be 2-0. Man U will lose 2-0.
He's generous. He's generous.
I'm kind to my guy.
To your rival.
appreciate that.
Well,
No, there's nothing. There's
me,
no,
Chelsea to
don't
win.
set up anything
But
for
Chelsea to win 1-0. I think Man U will keep it tight. Let's
week.
move on.
Tuesday,
Next week, midweek.
Midweek.
So there are midweek games from Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So Newcastle, Norwich.
Hold on, I will play Man U away.
We'll
Hey,
get there. That's the last game. Newcastle, Norwich.
we have suffered.
Japan.
Newcastle to pick up their first win here.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
No, they're picking up their first win against who are they playing? Aston
guess.
Villa.
Straight face.
That's not. It wasn't me that said it was you.
No, that's no. I'm just reiterating.
Newcastle,
So,
Norwich.
second win against Norwich, 2-1.
I'll go Newcastle.
I'll go Newcastle too.
You too?
Yeah. I'm good Newcastle.
Newcastle?
Yep.
Okay, Leeds Crystal Palace. That's a good one. Leeds at home. I'll go for a draw.
I go Crystal Palace 2-1.
Damn, away.
I'll go for a draw. Crystal Palace.
I think Crystal Palace wins it.
What about you, Vanessa?
Crystal Palace.
Nobody
I mean-
went for Leeds. Interesting.
Nah, man.
I go
Vieira was
for
my
a draw.
guy from beginning of
No,
the
Vieira knows what he's doing. On Wednesday, the first game, well, same time, 8:30, but it's Watford, Chelsea.
It's a whitewash 3-0. Anybody playing Chelsea, just don't bother. Let's just keep it.
Maybe 2-2.
2-2, me too. Lukaku and
Lukaku and Werner is bad.
badness.
Lukaku and Werner are back. Just know
Let
that.
me take that knock on the back.
Just know that. Werner scored last night, though. Just know that.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
2-2.
Me too.
We need the table to be balanced.
Claudio Ranieri going back to
Yeah,
show Chelsea
to
fans
show-
why
yes,
they
yes.
let him. Naim Sabi Ali. What about you?
As
Chelsea,
Benitez has
Watford.
not come to Liverpool.
Came and chopped. Watford, Chelsea. What
Let's
about
hear
you?
what 3-0 to
Vanessa?
Chelsea.
4-2 to Chelsea.
I like your score lines,
Ah.
Vanessa.
Team
West Ham,
football
Brighton.
is
Oh,
always
this is a sexy
West
game.
Ham to win.
West Ham at home to Brighton. Hag.
West Ham at home. Brighton, 2-2, man. That
2-2,
all that
me
the
too,
love
2-2.
goals in that game, bro.
I think West Ham to win.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Hag and Double O back in the same prediction.
Yeah,
form.
Hag, do
Copy me
this.
now.
Do this.
If they copy me, then
Yeah.
they'll copy me.
Vanessa, West Ham, Brighton.
West Ham to win.
Okay. Wolves, Burnley. Wolves at home.
No,
Wolves.
Burnley to win.
Wolves.
Burnley.
You hard to predict. 1 minute you're captain, obvious.
Yeah,
Next minute you want
Burnley.
to act like two
Burnley.
electric fence.
Burnley. is
Wolves
very,
at home to Burnley.
Burnley.
Let the man decide,
Sorry,
bro.
Burnley. Burnley.
What about, okay, you decide. Wolves,
Wolves.
Burnley. Why didn't you follow Burnley?
I'm wise now.
You catch him next week.
Double no, they forget.
Catch him next week. Wolves, Burnley.
Wolves to win 3-1.
You see?
Vanessa doesn't put 0. She
She called it 0-0 for Crystal Palace one game.
That's the only one that you put.
Southampton, Leicester. Southampton, Leicester. Hack you first.
Southampton to win.
Hack, you don't rate Leicester at all.
That's a draw, man.
Southampton, Leicester. What about you, Vanessa?
1-1 draw.
I'll go for a 1-1 draw too. 1-1 draw. Aston Villa at home to Manchester City.
Man City.
With 2 straight losses.
Gerrard, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Sorry.
I love you, but
No, actually, you know
Aston
what?
Villa to win.
You know what? Aston Villa to win. I they follow gangsters. The Al Capone of Koji State. Gerrard, you will show because of how Pep hates Liverpool. Gerrard will bring that le passion to his players. We will take a point,
We'll
right?
see,
Hack?
yeah.
Draw, not win. I
Win.
said draw.
I'm going for a win.
Draw.
Please.
Draw.
Put it.
What about you, Double O? Do I need to ask you?
Pointless.
Aston Villa.
City will win it. Vanessa, Aston Villa, Manchester.
City winning.
Jabs, are you with me, your brother? For life?
3.
Aston Villa, Man City, Gerrard.
Want to.
Now, this is a prediction that last time that's how I hyped and looked like a fool. Everton, Liverpool at Everton, Merseyside derby.
Everton what?
You see, that's why I didn't hype it. That's
Everton,
why.
Liverpool.
Can we skip?
You want to be the black sheep. As like everybody has hissed. All the hisses have gathered.
No, but it's a derby, man. It's never
Anything's
straightforward.
possible. That
Never
okay,
straightforward.
decent
It's
point.
not been a derby in
The
a while.
problem
They beat us
the
last
problem
year,
is
though,
that-
home and
the problem
away.
is-
It's, I think 2-2,
The
man.
problem with
Last-
this derby
last
is that,
season,
is
though,
that
not Champions League.
Liverpool is technically playing against Liverpool. They have one man that is going to send Everton up for a loss.
I'll go for Liverpool.
Of course, you
Yeah, it sounded like water is wet. I'll go for Liverpool. You know what? We're moving on. Tottenham Hotspur, Brentford. That's it. Tottenham. All right, we're all. Final game. Oh, Mohamed said Brentford. No be joke. We'll catch you next week. Final game. The game.
And
The game.
failure.
The game. Let me try and pull my Peter Drury. The game of two late legends, two former generals that have gone down, are in decay, are in problems. It's Arsenal. No, it's Manchester United versus the Gunners. Arsenal
Manchester United hosts.
at Old Trafford. Interim Carrick and Arteta. Experienced coaches.
4-2.
Man U win.
5-0.
Man U 4-2.
5-1.
No, I'll go for. I think it would be a still draw. Remember, there's this draw you guys had with Obama. You won terrible game at Old Trafford.
No, we had won the league that time, so.
I just don't think. I'm not looking forward to this. I think it would be a down and they put it last.
I think Man U will win. First, I don't see Ronaldo playing us and not scoring.
He has a good
I
record
don't see him
against
not
Arsenal,
scoring
right?
2 goals. Then
Your
I
brother
don't
said
see
three.
anybody scoring for Arsenal. Let's be honest.
They don't Well, on that note,
2-0.
as I say with
Lucky,
predictions,
lucky.
it's either you look like a genius or you look like an idiot. Anyways, a pleasure, Vanessa. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for
I'll
having
be-
me
Your
as well.
predictions. Please remember to subscribe. Follow Hack's Biased, Hack and his team's biased posts for your giveaways and engage and all that. It really was a pleasure. It was a good week for we Liverpool fans, for some Chelsea fans, for the others. That sounds like your problem. TRT, sponsored by Kira Design. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Straight.